gone live today. It's not every time today, but there's no sound. So we gotta see if there's sound. This is stupid. Is there sound? Can anyone hear me? Anyone hear me? There we go. No, now we have sound finally. There we go. No, now we have sound finally. I can mute that. See, I think there was a video, there was some video effect thing that my phone just decided to put on my phone all of a sudden. It was like, oh, hey, this will help you out. No, that does not help me out. Nobody can hear anything I'm saying. I've been speaking for 14 fucking minutes and nobody listening to me. Nobody can listen to me. So, sorry about that, anybody. Probably nobody was watching. Oh, there were, I don't know. I was on mute and there were still people watching, so sorry about that to everybody. You're back. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Connor. Man, so what it was a phone, some sort of like a video editing something or other came up on my phone. It was like, hey, since you're making a video, you might as well use me. And it was blocking my audio. I didn't notice it until right there at the end. I was like, what the fuck is that? Thanks for all the help. Well, thank you for telling me, because I have no idea unless anybody says anything. Yeah. Oh, well. So, that's life. Anyway. I had a really cool visitor today. My friend came over. A really nice friend. Dan Roberson. He came over. He's a missionary in Guatemala. He came over and he did a little, I just wanted to ask him some questions and what that, let people kind of discover who he was. He's one of these guys. Uh, he basically decided that he was going to give up everything and go live as a missionary and go preach Jesus. Yeah, that's it. Like, that's what so he gave up everything, sold off everything, gave away everything. Like, and he went to Guatemala. And now he hangs out at a garbage dump. And, and preaches the gospel to people. So I thought that was, it's one of those things that's like, oh, well, most people's Christianity ends up being a sticker in their rear window, right? But for this guy, it's different for him. It's absolutely different for him. And we all know how religious I am not, but I don't have to believe what he believes to respect what he's doing. For real, because I do respect what he's doing. Absolutely. 100%, man. 100%. Do you... No, so if you talk to him, he'd be real cagey about it. I don't try to corner him too much on it. I think he would just say, like, he's not any sort of a Christian. He would say, likely, that he's not, like, a Christian. He would say, it's really interesting. So not really a sect or anything. I think he just decided that, that's what the book says to do. That's what Jesus said to do. So go do it. Okay. Yeah. That's it. That's it. So anyway, what he does is he basically he goes to this garbage dump in Guatemala, and garbage you know, in other places, not the way we do it here, right? We're pretty civilized here. We have mechanization to sort our garbage. We do it at the curb. A lot of the sorting is done in our houses at the curb. Sorted at the facilities. We have different sorting facilities. This trash goes there. This trash goes there. This goes there, right? Well, in places like Guatemala, this does not happen. Um, you know, it all goes together, and then human beings go in there and sort that trash. So it's very dangerous, toxic work. And he goes in there, and that's who he preaches to. So anyway, anything cool happened in Alaska? Nah, man, it's gonna get very cold here, and I'm not really excited about any of that. No, my GoFundMe has been so far I'm a quarter of the way. My GoFundMe, 1/4. That's really cool. Thanks to everybody who's helped me out with that. The link is in the link should be pinned. Yep, the link is pinned. So thanks to everybody who helps me out with that. I really appreciate that. I have $234 now. So I need like 1,100 or so. Almost 1,200. So yeah, I mean, I don't have literally a quarter of the way there, but I'm being optimistic, right? You know, I'm being like, hey, that's right. Uh, why do you choose Guatemala in specific? It's already 90% Catholic. Well, I think if you talk to a lot of Christians, and I think there's, yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot of no true Scotsman fallacy here. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they're not true Christians, or that's not Christianity, or that's not the this or this. I don't wade into that. I don't get into that. I don't. I try to just leave it as he's doing a good thing. So we can just leave it at doing a good thing. I'm not interested in the minutia of his good thing. You know. Uh, Going pro soccer now. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Shit happens. But no, I asked him why Guatemala in specific or anything like that. You have to watch the video. You have to see. He answers that because I did ask him. But you'll have to watch the video. But anyway, yeah. Tonight's been alright. Trying to keep my generator going because it's effing cold. Trying to keep my life going. Trying to keep everything going. Trying to keep all that stuff going. Did I get the battery? Not yet. I'm a quarter of the way there. So that's why the live is a quarter to the battery, because I'm the battery that I'm looking at is $11.99. The last GoFundMe that I had before I shut it down and put it in somebody else's name so that I couldn't get the money directly, it all had to go like I can't get it trickled at me. I need the full amount or nothing, right? So I ended that GoFundMe and I put it in somebody else is now in charge of it, so you know what I'm saying. So there's that money that I'm rolling into the next one. So that money's still there. That money adds up to $134. And I have another $100 that I'm going to add to that. So that's a $234. And it's like, yeah, I don't literally have the quarter amount yet, but I'm looking on the bright side of life. I at least have $234 to go towards the battery, right? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, I just need like fuck. That sucks. I still need like $1,000. You know, I just, you know, I keep trying. I keep doing live streams. I keep doing like that. You know, go to my 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And just try to do what I can do just to get it. You know, I'm not gonna get it before the next cold snap. There's not. It's gonna hit me like a ton of bricks, but eh, that's life, man. You know. Yeah, your life's been hot garbage lately. Mine too. Mine too. It's gonna get better though. It's coming up. Yeah, it's not gonna be like this forever. You know, as soon as I get a battery, then first off, after this next cold snap, I mean the weather has to be getting warmer, and then after that, I'll I mean maybe in a couple months, maybe with the GoFundMe combined with me just saving my ass off, I can get a battery. Just get some stability. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Yeah, it'll be all right. That's life, though. That's life. That's life. Yeah. So. No, I think this is going to be the last. Yeah, no, no. If you're dirt poor, dude, then keep it. Don't be worse off on my account. If you could just share, if you could share the GoFundMe, that would be pretty cool. I mean, that's awesome. To be honest with you, that's amazing. If anybody shared it, like that's really cool. Uh, you know, it's just way to show you care. Not all support needs to be monetary, right? You know, not all support. Some of the coolest support in the world can just be, you know, a cool word or something. Sometimes you got to be grateful for anything, to be honest with you, because on this earth we are really owed nothing. We are owed nothing. Yeah. That's the way it is. School, boring and pointless. Yeah, I don't know. It depends. It depends on what you're doing. Depends on what you're going for. Depends on everything. I never got, I was really lucky that I went to a very good public school. It was pretty amazing. People trash talk public schools a lot, but everybody that I went to school with, they're all pretty smart. They're all pretty strapped together. Yeah, we had a really good school. But yeah, that's life. Does Alaska have a yearly PFD? Yeah, it does. But that's it's $1,000 I could sure use right now. But yeah, it's basically like it's $1,000 per person. It's nothing extraordinary uh in the big scheme, right? Public schools now a joke, to be honest. I mean, they said public schools were trash when I was growing up too. It's really where you are. It has more to do of your location, really. I think. I don't think all public schools are the same. There's some really good ones out there. Just takes finding them. 65 degrees there? Oh my god. Oh fuck. I was looking at the forecast earlier and it said -18 was coming up. -18. I went to a charter school. No, I didn't go to a charter school. I went to a regular ass public school. Columbia Falls High School. Yep, Columbia Falls, Montana. Columbia Falls High School. That's where I went. Go Wildcats. uh, nice scarf. Thanks, man. Cashmere, right? Cashmere. Ooh la la. I love it. Is it chilly by you? Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. I go from Montana to Alaska. I didn't. I went from Montana to. I traveled and traveled and traveled the world. I traveled the world. I traveled all around. I've been to most of the U.S. states. I've been Mexico, Canada. I bicycled through Europe. I've fucking been all over northern part of Africa. I've been uh just traveled, man. Travel, travel, travel. Um I hadn't been back to Montana. This last time we went back to Montana was last spring, I think. Before that had been maybe 20 years or so since I'd been back. Yeah. So before Alaska, it was Scotland. So it's just, yeah, it's all over, you know. Hang on your wall, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's one reason to go, I suppose. That's one reason. Am I acting so sassy? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Natural sass. Sass queen. Yes, queen. I'm sassy. I'll take it. I like that. I've never been called sassy. Just behave normal. I am normal, man. This is normal. Yeah. This is normal. Yeah, so no, I haven't been back to Montana in quite some time. I just traveled everywhere. Yeah. I always had that wanderlust, you know what I'm saying? Had to go see what was over that next mountain, right? It's not normal behavior. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Go away. I don't give a shit. Um, but yeah, I just had to travel. I was, kind of one of those people. I think I was just never really happy with myself where I was or anything like that. So I just had to, I was always trying to find happiness, maybe, right? So I just kept traveling one place to another. Maybe I'll be happy here. Maybe I'll be happy here. Maybe I'll be happy here. I just wasn't a happy person, right? I definitely wasn't. Uh, yeah. But then I have my daughter. Now I'm happy. I can be happy anywhere. As long as she's there, I'm okay. She's pretty amazing. I love her. Still seem miserable. You're the one on a chat fucking trying to pick a fight with nobody, with somebody just for no reason. Who's the miserable one? Oh God, I don't have any time for you. So, yeah, no. Yeah, wherever she is, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, but again, so thank you to everybody with the GoFundMe so far. It's been pretty rad, You guys make me feel special. You make me feel loved, make me feel wanted, and that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of nice to feel. It's kind of nice to feel wanted and needed. Yeah. $20, fucking A. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So I have a rule with the stuff like you just did. You're amazing. Thank you. Um so that doesn't go. Hey Saint, how you doing, buddy? So that's not going to go to the GoFundMe. That's not going to go towards the battery. That's not going to go towards anything like that. I really appreciate that. What that is going to, and your name. Cookie. I got to write this down. because your name is being added to a list. It's not like that, but it is being added to a list because 26. Because all the money that I make on YouTube and everybody who donates on YouTube and does the super chats and things like that, again, thank you. All of that goes to all that's going to my daughter's birthday present, or not birthday, Christmas present. Since we weren't able to have a Christmas this year because you know, life, dude. Um, everything that I make off of YouTube is being given to her for a Christmas present when I can finally save up. So there's different things that I'm saving up for right now. There's the battery for our house, but then there's also her present because she deserves something. You know, she really does. I'm getting her an XP pen. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a drawing tablet, right? Because she loves art. She loves doing art like crazy. Digital art is where things are going, you know. So I'm getting her really into that. And this XP pen tablet thing, she can do that. But I'm adding your name along to YouTube members. So all the YouTube members. So anybody who has a membership, your name's going on the package. The anybody who does the super chats and stuff like that, your name is going on the package. And there's been one person who PayPal'd me like $100. That's getting added into because I'm just considering that as PayPal as YouTube money. Um, so that's going into her gift as well. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I think in that, dude, I my fund for Millie's gift is bigger than is funded better than the house battery at this point. But like that's hers, and I don't touch her stuff. Nope, 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 nope. So she has like 200 and let me see, $290 now. What? Awesome, kid. And her gift costs 500. So, like, I'm pretty close. Like, I'll be able to. YouTube pays out on the 21st, so it's going to pay out on the 21st of next month. And that's. I plan on getting it then, you know. It's going to be so cool. I'm excited for her. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. So how's the battery and stuff going, Saint Phineas? It's going pretty well. Thank you for asking. I am a quarter of the way funded as far as that goes. Um, I got so in the old GoFundMe that I had that paid me out. Um, I didn't want I want oh god damn. So anyway, I didn't want like the money to just trickle in and just me get money. Like it's not the goal for me to just get money. That's not the goal to get money. If I wanted money, I'd ask for money. Like I don't need money really. You know, I need the battery. So you probably heard me say this 100 times now, but like, so anyway, I ended that GoFundMe. However, it had $134 in it. That $134 is still accounted for. It's still there. Um, and then I was just given $100, another $100. So that is going to. Sorry, I have a tick. I don't show it often. I have Tourette's. I really try to hide it. You guys probably never see it, but you just saw it there. I don't like, you know, I don't like showing it off. It's not fun. but but anyway, so yeah, that's the thing there. Um, it's gonna be really cool. So her gift costs 500. You're a generous father. Well, yeah, I mean, generous. Like, no. I don't think so. Thank you. That's really nice of you to say it, but I couldn't really say that about myself because like I didn't get my daughter a damned thing for Christmas. Like we did not have a Christmas. It was just hang out and that was it. It was just no dinner, no nothing. I think yeah, nothing because we just can't afford it, you know. Christmas is for rich people. It's for people who can afford it. I can't fucking afford that shit. So, you know, so how good of a father am I really? But I trying. So, we got a lot of shit that we got to pay for now, you know. So instead of just small little gifts and stuff like that that she doesn't need. She doesn't need plushies. She doesn't need this. She doesn't need this shit. But she's really good at art and I know she wants to be an artist, you know. Um she and digital art is like what she really likes to do, so you know, if I can get her that drawing pad, you know, it's going to really progress her abilities. It's going to be that it's a gift, yeah, but she's going to use the hell out of that thing, trust me. And you know, and it'll help her hone a craft, you know, a skill, right? um, Plus she's old enough and she's super responsible. I know she's going to take care of it. It's expensive, but she's going to have that thing forever and she's going to use it a lot. Yeah. Your dad was stingy, upper middle class. Yeah. My parents were ow. Unfortunately, my parents were more interested in doing drugs. They didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit about me. But some kids get to grow up like that. You know, getting your ass kicked. For what? I don't know. Because that motherfucker hates his job. And he came home and you didn't do a thing specifically the way he wanted it done. So, get your fucking ass beat. People wonder sometimes, like, you haven't seen your family in like 25 years. How it's like, yeah, fuck them. It's, sometimes you got to leave a situation, and you know that situation will never change. Uh, that it hurts, but after 25 years, I don't even know them anymore. I wouldn't even know what to say. If I was near my family again, I wouldn't. What would I say to them? What would I have? Nothing in common. I've lived more of my life without them than I had with them. I don't know who they are. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, man. That's life. Some of us get to live it a little bit different. Yeah. But I think that's what made me like the type of father, the person I am today is kind of because of that. You know, it's good that you didn't repeat the crap. Yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, I think it's specifically because of that, right? That you um, yeah, you know, uh, it's specifically because of that that my daughter gets a big say in what goes on, how things happen, whatnot. I treat her like she's, you know, I treat her like she's appreciated here. She is, that's for sure. A lot of people think children are like some big mystery, but they're not. They're really not. They're super easy. Kids are super easy. All they want to know is like, um, do you like me? Yes, yes, kiddo. I like you. We like having you around. You're a good kid. Good job. Good kid. Stuff like that. Just tell them they're good. Say, hey, I really liked that thing. I really liked all this. I like that. It's just like just telling them they're good. That's it. That's all they want to hear. It's really, just be nice to them. uh, Skeptical of digital art. Yeah, no. So digital art. You're talking about, say, like video games uses digital art. A lot of the movies nowadays, digital art. Um, I'm not talking about art that you would hang on a wall so much as I'm talking about, like, saying if you're really good at this digital art and different things like that and know how to make 3D images, do modeling, different things like that, then there's a market for that. There's a place that you could go with that. Um, and I want her to. I don't want to discourage her in any way. As long as I can really get her all the tools that I can get her all the opportunities that I can get her when she's young and excited about it, then she's going to be able to, hopefully get a lot more out of it. Right. Yeah. So, and digital art. We could be talking about like even advertising and stuff like that. There's a lot of good uses for it. She even now like she loves playing Roblox, of course. And so it's like, well, she's talking about like making skins. She's like, I could make skins and like sell them. It's like, yeah, sell them for like 10 cents a piece or whatever she's talking about. She has she's grown up around me, so she repeats a lot of the same things that I repeat, and she thinks like I think. You can tell she's listened to me a lot. So one of my big things, and one of the things that I've drilled into her, is have respect for the dime, because you can roll those dimes together into a dollar, right? Always have respect for the small denominations. Um, because if you don't respect the small denominations, then you could very well let a literal fortune slip through your fingers. You're just not paying attention. And if you're going to do that, then that's going to carry you along into other parts of your life and other parts of your business. You're going to let other things slip through too. Always pay attention to the change. Yeah. So if she can make 10 cents, that's fine. It's not really about the 10 cents at that age. It's not really. It's about her confidence. Right? She knows that she can create something that has worth to somebody else and sell it. Now she's understanding capitalism. And if I can get her to understand capitalism, how to how to find her place, maybe develop a business, develop like I said, a skill or whatever. Hopefully by the time she's 18, 19, she's going to be fairly well strapped on in what she wants to do, how she's going to do it. Uh, Hopefully I can get stabilized here this year, get stabilized, and then it's just putting a bunch of money into. Sorry about that. That was rude. Putting a bunch of money into her future. I really want to send her to an art school. Do a lot of research into art schools. I have an idea of an art school being a place where she can not only learn art and different talents and whatnot and stuff to do, but also a business school where she can learn how to market herself, right, and her art or whatnot. Oh, the hearts, thank you. But you know what I'm saying? She can, because if it's a good art school, in my mind, it should not only teach you the arts, but it should teach you, business as well, right? Because as an artist, you have to have your portfolio. You have to sell yourself. You know, there's no there's no job opening that says, hey, artist wanted and stuff like that. No, like a lot of the times you have to make up your portfolio. You have to really sell yourself when you go in there and know how to do it. Yeah, I want her to be self-sufficient, you know. I want her to have her own thing. You know, I want her to succeed. Right. I think too many parents are really focused on uh themselves and how are they going to retire? What does my end of life look like? What's for me? You know, I work hard all my life, and now when's my time? What's my time? What's It's like, well, you know, when is your time? It's past, right? That's it's such a selfish idea to have children and then think that your time is not them. Like that is your time. That child, my child, is my time, right? That is my shot. Right? I didn't make it as a musician, you know. Oh, my bands went freaking insanity. Some cool stories, but whatever, you know. My military life was fucking donkey stupid. Didn't go anywhere. The fucking YouTube probably not gonna go anywhere. You know, uh, stuff like that. You know, but with her, wow. Well, I could just accept where I am in life, and then say, well, why don't I just help her? You know, that would be pretty cool. Cause here's the thing, you know, like a tree grows, forms its seed, drops its seed. Like, why did that tree do that? Just to outlive the seed, just to say fuck off seed, or get out. You know, it's like no, dude. Now it's time for the tree to die. You die back. You open up the canopy, you open up the light, and you open it up for all the seeds that you dropped and let them grow up. It's not like this, you know, it's not this world where you just get everything. Yeah. So so hopefully that's my retirement plan right there. I just make try to make my child as successful as possible. Yeah. And then hopefully she has a big old fancy house someday, a big old fancy house, and she can get a fireplace. Get a fireplace stuck in the corner, right? And I just sit over at the fireplace. I just sit by the fireplace all the day. You know, maybe a kid comes close, I'll whack him with my cane. Whack, whack, whack. You know. Other than that, just sit there and tell stories. Tell stories to kids. You know, that's my retirement. But all I have to do is just pour every little bit of investment that I have into that kid. You know, she'll be fine. She's such a good kid. My kid is amazing. She's just so helpful and smart. She's always is down for a conversation. I like to talk, in case you haven't noticed. But she's always down for a conversation. So she'll talk the ear off of me. Like I could talk, but she will just talk, talk, talk. Pretty funny. And she always wants to tell me like oh jeez, it's so funny, like the Five Nights at Freddy's. So I had to listen to like the whole lore, the backstory. She knows like all the characters and this and that and all the. She wants to tell me about it all, and I'm all just like, oh, okay, what now? Um, I started playing Pokemon cards because of her. You know, hell yeah. She's pretty awesome. She's pretty awesome. She's my favorite person in the world. She's so cool. Hmm. Yeah. I wish I had I wish my parents cared about me. That would have been cool. Oh well, but not all of us get, rad parents, right? Sure, she'll find a good husband. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I hope she gets, she's always gonna have me. And so, I hope. I hope. We'll see. I got a lot more years ahead of me before I have to threaten anybody, with my daughter. A lot more years. I was making fun of her the other day. Hey Chris, how you doing, lady? Good to see you. Um, I was making fun of her. Like, she was talking about, like, she goes, "There's this boy in my class. He's kind of weird. Um, he's weird. He's really really good at art, and talking about how he's good at art, and talking about how he's all this other stuff." And I'm all just like, I think I busted her balls a little bit about it. I was like, "So about that boy that you're in love with, or something like that." She just turns like bright red. It's so funny. Uh, just like, shut up, Dad. I'm on a streaming roll. Yeah, I'm gonna be on for like maybe another 10 minutes or so. Uh, I am just yeah, I figured, I'm not doing anything else, kind of hanging out, and I do have the GoFundMe, so I have to be jabbering on about that. So I'm about a quarter of the way to my GoFundMe goal. I mean, I'm not. I think more honestly, more truthfully, I think I would be a fifth of the way. So I'm a fifth of the way there. So, but that's okay. I have $234. So if we include the last GoFundMe, I have this GoFundMe that's pinned. People, please share it. If you can't give, that's okay. But just share it. Um, Other than that, yeah. So I ended that GoFundMe, and now this one's in somebody else's name, so the money's not going to me until the whole amount is reached. That's the way to do it. So that way the battery can be reached, right? Yeah. Um, yeah. So, but the other one, the last one had $134, and I'm adding $100 to that to $234. So that makes us a fifth of the way there. So it's going to be all right. We're going to be fine. So I wish my dad would have been as supportive, cool, and protective as you are. It would have was a better husband. Ooh. Ouch. Um, that's a heavy, Chris. I adore you, Chris. I really do. I really do. You're quite an amazing person. I think I've already said 100 times that you're my favorite sub. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that about. I mean, I don't want to pry at all. That it's probably not my place or anything. But as far as being protective and supportive and everything like that, it's a uh yeah, I mean, I wish that my parents would have been supportive. But we only get to choose where we go, how we react to things and where we go. Uh for like so much of my younger life, I took all of that harsh treatment that I had as a child, and I just visited punishment upon punishment upon myself. A lot of the situations that I was in after that were, I may not have had the greatest start in life, but I definitely was. There was a lot of self hatred, you know, and there's an argument to be made. Yeah, but that was taught to you and everything. It's like, yeah, that was given to me, but at some point, It's like, at some point you gotta like get over it. You're never gonna get over it. That's a stupid thing to say, but like you gotta like you say like what next, you know? Now I'm just speaking personally, almost speaking to myself more than I'm speaking to anybody else, right? At some point you just gotta say like what's next, dude. Are you gonna live in that spot forever, or are we going somewhere else? You know. Oh, sorry, you guys. Ugh. Any luck getting the living quarters warmed up? So I'm at a fifth of the way. I know the title says it a quarter, but that was a bald-faced lie. I am a fifth of the way to my goal. My GoFundMe is pinned. Donate if you can. If you can't, that's awesome. We're still friends. Just share it if you can. That would be pretty cool. I appreciate that. Yeah. But no, it's gonna get colder. It's the temperatures right now. I think it's about 4 degrees Fahrenheit. I switched it over so the Americans could understand. 4 degrees Fahrenheit. I am looking at a forecast right here. Sorry, I can't see. I can't see very well. My eyes don't work as well as they did when I was younger, right? The forecast is about to get to be, I believe it said -18. We'll see once that loads. Dumb question. Is there a good music scene in AK? You're my favorite streamer. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. A good music scene in Alaska. There was when I was like in my 20s. I came up here a few times. I have a friend. The friend that I go see on Saturdays. I go have coffee with him, go hang out. He winds up giving me a bunch of weed. I don't go buy weed or anything. He grows it, and so he gives me a bunch. Thank you. Thanks, Sean. He was in a band called Spitshine. And back when I was in a band up here called Kids Don't Float, he was in a band called Spitshine. It was a pretty popular band. He's played with the Misfits a couple of times. He's played with Dead Kennedys. He's played with not played with the bands, but opened for them. He's opened for, that's what I should say. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, back in the day, there used to be sort of a scene. There used to be a good punk rock scene here, but today, I don't know anymore. You know, I'm a dad in the wilderness trying to like get a battery. You know, my worrying about a scene is it's kind of behind me at this moment. I do what I can do. You know. Some oatmeal? No. I do like oatmeal, but not brown sugar oatmeal. Yeah, brown sugar oatmeal is fine. That's kind of funny. What I really like for my oatmeal, and Millie and I like doing this. We get our oatmeal, but we add salt and pepper, and then we add a fried egg on the top of it, and then we eat that. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Oof. He says, that's delicious. Sounds delicious. Yeah, man. I mean, because people only think about oatmeal about being like sweet, you know, putting sugar and syrup and all on it and everything like that. It's like, yeah, but sometimes some rosemary, a little bit of oregano, you know, some butter. Eat that. Pretty good. You know, you can add like sausage, so like ground sausage, you know what I mean? Put that in it. It's pretty good. You know, experiment with the savory side of it. Like that's a thing. People just often don't even think about that, I think, Yeah. Yeah, it's inexpensive. It'll give you a good movement. Yeah, that's sure. Um, yeah, it is inexpensive, and you can do so much with it, you know. So people, like I said, people only think about sugar, and that's that's only a very small. It's only a very like small part of it. Uh, yeah, there's so much more you can do. Heck yeah, man. Oatmeal, oatmeal. It's good stuff. Mm. Did I ever shit in a urinal? No. Why would you? Why would you do that? Are you stupid? You might be stupid. If you ever done that, you would be stupid. You stupid is as stupid does, right? And if you do that, then that would make you stupid. It's, in my opinion, you should avoid stupidity. The best way to avoid stupidity is by avoiding stupid things. Yeah. Yep. Because a kid dared him to? That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Life is sometimes so. You always have to beat it. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. You don't have to. You can find somebody else. You can find somebody else. Right? It's okay. I mean, because he got in trouble. Yeah, that's pretty funny. He must have done it as a kid. Yeah, that's a kid thing to do. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. No, you don't always have to be. Find somebody else. Like I said, find somebody else. It's okay. My fire going. Yeah, it's good. It's getting really windy here. Getting stormy. Yeah. So that's the way it is. Anyway, I just wanted to do a little bit of whatnot with you. Just tell you guys that I appreciate you. You know, you guys are awesome. I don't care who you are, how you are, what you are, when you are. You guys are all good people. I mean, some of you better than others. But I do appreciate everybody. If you could, if you can't give to the GoFundMe, I appreciate that. Um, maybe watch my other videos. Consider becoming a member. Um, other than that, AlaskanHavoc.com for my patches and stickers. And share my GoFundMe if you could. Yeah. It's the weekends, so I'm gonna be doing my 9 to 5 throughout the week. Probably won't be doing live streams, but we'll see. On the weekends, I've been pretty good about it. But anyway, so you guys are amazing. Take care.